Independent Police Investigative Directorate investigating the death of a 16-year-old boy allegedly at the hands of the police. I'm now joined by IPID spokesperson Ndileka Cola. Very good afternoon to you, Ndileka. The situation right now in El Dorado Park, we do have our reporter Malungelo Boy, who is on the ground, and as he was on the ground, one of the IPID investigators arrived at the scene and was talking to some of the residents. What is it that you have found out so far regarding this incident that took place in El Dorado Park?
Good afternoon. Indeed, our investigators are currently on site. This matter has been reported to IPID earlier this morning. It has been a struggle for our investigators to actually get into the site because of the volatile situation in El Dorado Park. But as you've just indicated, they have finally managed to access the scene, and they are on scene, establishing indeed what transpired yesterday as we have been informed. At this point in time, we don't have the details according to the report, because remember, our report is going to be informed by the preliminary investigation that is going to be done that is currently being done by our investigators. And at this point in time, it's not the information that we have that we can ascertain and give out to the public. But the matter has been reported to us, and we are working on it.
Ndileka, this is obviously a situation that's happening right now as we speak. Yes, there is the killing of the 16-year-old boy, which happened last night. But even as we're speaking now, there are residents who are complaining that police are shooting at them even though they are in their own houses. There's one of the residents of El Dorado Park who, while we were on air, came up to Malungelo Boy and said he was sitting in his house, minding his business, doing some work, and the police shot through his windows. His wife has been injured and his children have been injured. Will that form part of the scope of what you are going to be investigating regarding the happenings in El Dorado Park?
Definitely, that falls within the mandate of IPID. It is indeed unfortunate that what you just indicated to us, but I would advise the family and as well as your reporter to ensure that the family does report this matter to the very same police station, and the very same police station has an obligation to report such matters to IPID within 48 hours. So they're going to alert us, and it will indeed form part of the investigation.
Mr. Ndileka, should the particular resident actually not report this to IPID, does this mean that it will not then get your attention?
By no means does that mean this matter will not get attention by IPID. IPID is mandated to play an oversight role over SAPS and municipal police officials. And as long as IPID is aware of this matter, even the very same reporter, that's your newsroom reporter that's currently on site, they can bring it to the attention of IPID, they can contact our office, they can report it. Like any person, you understand that any person can report the matter to IPID. So it doesn't mean that if those people don't necessarily report it to IPID themselves, that it will not get the necessary attention. Our mandate is to ensure that we police the police, and we ensure that we protect the community, and we ensure that the police conduct themselves within the principles of the Constitution. And as we do that, we want to ensure that people are protected. So it's our mandate to ensure that people and justice is served to the people, and police are not above the law. When they do their duties, they also have the responsibility to do it within the confines of the law. So as IPID, it's something that we take very serious. And it doesn't have to be the person or the family that reports the matter, but it has to be brought to the attention of IPID. At the end of the day, somebody must report this matter. Community member, human rights organizations, anyone can bring this matter to the attention of IPID, and it will get the necessary attention it deserves.
This may be an issue of splitting hairs, but the fact that you and I are having this conversation, and the fact that you as IPID are now aware of the dynamics on the ground, do you not have the leverage, because you are aware of it, to actually investigate this particular issue?
Well, it will depend on the investigators on site currently. So if they get to learn about it, definitely our team, they're well trained, they're committed in their job. So it's not something that they would let it slip if they are informed of it and if they learn of it.
Okay, what I'm actually saying is that you know of it and you are the IPID spokesperson. Are you not in a position to convey that information to the reporters on the ground that there are allegations of this nature? Look into this.
Definitely, it's something that I will also relate to the Gauteng provincial head, that they also have a look at it. But of course, after this interview, we can also offline get the details of what happened, who were these people, and get all those sort of details so that the investigation process is seamless for our investigators on site.
On average, how long would you expect this investigation regarding the killing of Nathaniel Julius to take? And I'm asking this because the community of Eldorado Park has been marching to the police station, and what they're calling for is the management to step down. They're calling for the commissioner of the station to step down. They're calling for this one particular police officer that they call Scorpion to step down. How long before you as IPID come out with some sort of a preliminary report?
All right. The preliminary report is likely to be available before the end of this day, and that is the preliminary report, the preliminary investigation, and the actual investigation process. It is not something that I am it's not something that I'm able to state how long it takes, because remember, each and every case, it depends on them. On each case, for example, there are other dependencies here. The person, okay, we don't have a victim in this case, the person is dead. There are eyewitnesses that have to be still interviewed as part of the process. There's the SAPS officials that were present on site that have to give their statements. There's ballistics reports that have to be taken into account. There's post-mortem that has got to take place. All those are going to take their own time. What we always emphasize as IPID is not to speed up necessarily the time that we do our investigation within. But what is important for us and our main focus is the quality of our investigation. Because I tell you why. Because this investigation report can be ready tomorrow. Then you take the case to NPA for prosecution, only to find out that NPA would find out that there are gaps and our investigators have to go back and investigate. So it's very important that the investigation process is allowed time to unfold. Our investigators are given time to execute their duties, and they do that without fear. They do so without favor. When they are done, then they compile a comprehensive report that they send, that then we send to SAPS as well as NPA.
Thank you very much, Ndileka, for that update.